Hi guys, how are you doing? It's Tom doing a review cam. Hope you're well. Today we have another large SUV. This time it's a German, it's a VW, and it's a VW Tiguan 2019 model. This is the 2-litre petrol automatic 7-speed. We're going to be doing this today, giving the Victoria interior as well as exterior. So please guys, don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, follow on Instagram, and we'll get more of these types of cars reviewed and uploaded on YouTube very soon. Thanks very much. Right guys, so with this car's engine, so just to bear in mind, it's a 2-litre petrol engine, 7-speed automatic. Now this particular model guys, it's the VW Tiguan SEL version, 4Motion. In terms of output guys, it will produce 190 brake horsepower, 310 newton-meters of torque. It's a 7-speed automatic, so a DSG direct shift gearbox, which is VW specific transmission, which is really good. It's really quick. There's less lag. So with economy guys, so this car will return around 40 to 45 miles per gallon, which is pretty good considering it's a big car. It's petrol, so on that end it's quite economical. Just to bear in mind guys, that this car also comes in a 2-litre diesel engine, which is going to be much more economical than this one. So it will probably return around up to 50 miles per gallon, which is great. But this car also comes in a 1.4-litre petrol engine, which is less powerful than this. It's a smaller engine, so less powerful, but more economical, but it's going to be not as powerful as this engine. So please, obviously, so do your research and so decide on which of the engines is most suitable for you. But this engine, with performance and economy, is pretty good, and so I do recommend it overall. Right guys, we're going to start off talking about the car's front. Now just to bear in mind guys, please note that this model is the SEL version 4Motion. Now one trim below this is the SE, and one trim higher than this is the R trim. So this is the sweet spot, it's the one in the middle, which I like. It's pretty good. So starting off guys, obviously the thing that really hits you in front of this design is this massive VW badge. Really stands out. I do really like that. It has these chrome shiny silver effects down here, 1, 2, 3. That's pretty good. These lines here, 1, 2, 3, 4. The mixed color look really sporty. I do like it. The color of it's a grey. It's like a stone grey, which suits it very much. I do really like it. Obviously it comes in different colors, but this car I do really like. It's really nice. And down here guys, you have these these massive grills. Again, this chrome effect continues down here. I do really like, quite sporty. And one thing to bear in mind, in terms of parking sensor, it has 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you have a camera here. That's pretty good. It's really handy, when you get to park the car. You need that. And one other thing guys, so with LED, the car's LEDs are over here. LED and its LEDs over here. That's pretty good. I do really like it. Now I'm not sure guys, so if the looks of this car is better than its main German rival, which is the BMW X3, but I just feel that this look of this car is more sensible. I mean, it's less sporty, but so whereas the BMW is much more sportier. So moving on guys, if you want to follow me. So this particular model is also on the 19-inch alloy rims. It's really good. It's really chunky. I do really like that. Follow me down here guys. So that chrome effect continues up here. Can you see this chrome? That just around the window. It's pretty good. Big large windows. That's really handy. It also has roof rails. And here guys, so these are actually roof rails made out of chrome, nice and strong. So if you want to tie up your luggage for those long distance driving, that's pretty handy. One thing I do like, this line here. Down here, can you that dent gives that sporty look to it. I do really like that. Obviously, these chrome down here, can you see that? Sportiness gives that more expensive premium look. I do really like that. If you want to follow me guys, over here at the back. Now I do like the back design. As I said earlier, it's the 4Motion model, which is stated here. That's pretty cool. So I do like the back. Has this nice red back tail light. That's really good. I do really like that. Really stands out. Now to open the boot guys, you can open it electronically from the actual car key, or you can open it from here. So there's a button here, you just press it and it opens. There we go. So there we go. It's a nice big boot. Now in terms of capacity, it's 610 liters, which is really big for this type of car. So as you can see, it's a nice flat load bay. So you can fit a lot of luggage in here. There's more luggage down here, empty spaces here. There's also empty spaces down here which you can fit. That's pretty cool. So when if you open it, you get a spare wheel as well in this model. That's pretty handy. I do really like that. Also on this car, you do get a 12-volt socket, which is over there. That's pretty cool. I do really like that. That's good. So it is handy. And this parcel shelf does come off. Via these hookers down here. You can easily take them off and put them back on again. That's really handy. That I do really like. So overall, it's a nice shape. It's a really big square, so you can fit a lot of luggage in here. So for most families, for most drivers, it should be okay. Now to close this guys with electric, you can press this button over here. There we go, and it closes it automatic. So nice and easy. It's nice and quick. I do really like that. One thing also was with the parking sensors, it has parking is 1, 2, 3, 4, and also the camera down here. So that's really handy because it's a big car, guys. You do need parking sensors. So you have 4 at the front, 4 at the back, 1 camera at the front, 1 camera at the back. So that's really handy. It's really helpful, when you get to park this car, because it is a big car. So these will come really handy. Right, guys. Now in the VW Tiguan, as far as the interior quality and space is concerned, now so my first impression staying in this car, it's really nice. I do like sitting in here. So it's really nice and high, because obviously it is a SUV, so you do sit quite high in the car, good around visibility. It's a nice wide car. I do really like it. Now with this layout here, the interior layout is really nicely laid out. So typical VW, so all the buttons that you need are nicely laid out, easy to find. So when you sit in the car, the first thing that hits your face is this 10-inch screen here. For your media, telephone, in your overall infotainment system. So it's really nice to just. The touchscreen is really big, it's really nice to use. Obviously this being the upgraded model, it's the SEL model, so everything is upgraded on here. Obviously the next up high then is the R model, the R line, which is even better than this. It's much more upgraded, but I think this trim is the midpoint, it's the one in the middle, so it has all the stuff, all the kit that you need. With this, guys, also has physical buttons down here. Now they're not actually buttons that you press. You have to tap them, but it's a button. You're not relying on the touchscreen itself overall. So there's more controls down here for your climate control, for your phone down here. Easy laid out, or your controls for your driving mode all down here. Really easy to use. So we'll talk about this later. But overall, the design, the layout is really nice. Typical VW. Overall I do like it. So with interior quality, guys, obviously with this, I'm saying this being the midpoint, the mid-range of the VW Tiguan. So you do get a lot of soft touch quality. So soft here, there's soft here, soft here, soft here, soft here, soft here. Apart from the bit of plastic over here, plastic over here. So but soft here, over here, soft leather seats, leather. So there are a few plastics at the bottom, but there's a lot more soft touches, leather at the top. Now on the steering wheel, guys, I do like the steering wheel. It has a really soft touch to it. It's really comfortable. I do really like it. Has a bit of sport grips down here. I mean, they're not that visible. They don't stand out, but it is there should you need to use them. So I do like the flat design here, because obviously this is the high-end model. It's not the base model. It has a flat design here. I do really like that. Shiny black gloss used down here, which continues on the steering wheel, on the controls itself. There's obviously a chrome shiny design used on the steering wheel over here as well. So that quality continues on the steering wheel itself. That's pretty cool. I do really like it. Obviously on the steering wheel, controls on the right hand side is for controlling your driver's digital cockpit. Over down here, going up and down view, left and right. It's pretty easy to use. On the left hand side, controls for your cruise control, speed limiter, media, volume, up and down over there. So that's pretty good. I just feel that so the the controls on your steering was a bit one too many. I think it's a bit too much. So you may end up pressing one thing rather than the other, or two buttons at the same time. So you just want to be careful. Apart from that, it's fine. So your controls for your front lights and back, the full automatic is controlled by here. It's nice, chunky, nice, easy to use. I do really like it. As I say, it's fully automatic. And so controls for your windows, guys, are fully automatic. And they're controlled by here. So the buttons are really easy to use. It has a quality feature. It has a chrome design to it. It's really nice to use. It's really easy to use. Your side mirrors are heated, and it's always controlled down here. It's easy to use. I do really like that. Door handles made out of chrome, as you can see. So that's nice. I do really like that. There's more chrome over here used on the sides as well. A bit of carbon fiber effect detailing down here on the used. That's right, guys. Now moving on to the driver instrument cluster. So it's digital. I do really like it. It's really bright. So it's really easy to use. So you can control that via steering controls down here. I do really like that. So so it shows you on your range in a fuel tank. That's pretty cool. I do really like it. I do really like that. So there's a lot of tech in this car, especially on this. So I do really like it. It's a modern touch. I do really like it. It has your fuel, your gauges, so all the information you need is controlled via here as well. So you can make obviously the dials bigger or smaller via this control here. It's really easy to use. I do really like it. It tells you your consumption, your trip computer, oil temperature, road signs, speed. Everything is controlled here. It shows you here. It's really easy. Colors are really vibrant. I do really like it. So anyone sitting in this car can control this easily. It's really helpful. Okay, so in this car, climate control and the overall heating system is controlled down here, guys. It's easy each. I do really like it. Nice chunky buttons, good feel, good solid feel. I do really like them. The fully automatic AC, or or you can set it, synchronize it. It's all controlled here. So this car also does get heated seats for front passenger and driver. It also gets heated seats for the passengers at the back, which is really cool. I do really like it. It also has heated steering wheel over here. It's controlled down here. It's really easy to. I do really like that. So there's more buttons down here, for your connectivity. But overheating system is all controlled here. It's really easy to use. It's not too complicated. So all the features, all the basic needs that you need are here. It's really easy to use. So in kind of this car's infotainment system is concerned, the navigation and the meter is all controlled by this 10-inch screen here. It's really nice. It's really easy to use. It's really responsive. I do really like it. And so you do get physical buttons on the sides as well. I mean, they're not actually buttons. They are touchscreen, but you do get the options here, which is really good. So with connectivity, you connect this via Apple CarPlay, Android Auto down here, and MirrorLink. So you connect you get USB connection, pop it down here, connect to your phone, and boom, you're in. Really easy. I do really like it. So this car also has its built-in navigation system, should you want to use it. But if you're not, I mean, I prefer to use Google Maps. I just find it much more easier. This car also gets digital radio, DAB, which is really easy to use, really handy to use. So it also tells you so your traffic information, and that's pretty handy. I do really like it. So there's a lot of in-car information as well in terms of your performance indicator. So that's really easy to use. Guys, now in terms of connectivity, so this car also has two USB connections down here and one auxiliary port down here and a 12-volt connection down here. So you want to use them. So obviously you're gonna need the USB connectors to connect your phone, to Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, which is really handy. I mean, I just feel it's a bit hidden. I wish this was sort of brought forward. It's a bit. I mean, you may not be able to see what you're doing if it's down here. I mean, but anyway, and so moving down here, guys. Obviously your gear lever, nice solid leather. I do really like that. This car also is a stop and start engine push button, which is down here. I mean, normally, this sometimes you find it over here, sometimes you find it over here, but in this case it's over here, which is nice. It's okay. So this car also has an electronic parking button, electronic auto hold, which is nice and handy. 4Motion. So this is your parking assist, should you want to use them. This car also has a driving modes, depending if you're driving on snow, traction, if it's rainy, or on the mountain doing off-roading. Still control down here. It's really easy to use. So it should be okay for most passengers and most drivers. In terms of storage, so there's a lot of storage here. So the driver's door here, this unit down here, that's really big, and you can fit a lot of stuff in here. So your water bottle should be okay down here. There's a bit of storage down here, guys, as well. For your tissues, your phone, or whatnot. That's really handy. It's nice and big. I do really like that. So there's storage down here, guys, for your phone. And that's really handy. Sort of dips in. It's not bad. It's a nice design. The storage over here, guys, you get 2 cup holders, as you can see, nice and big. Quite nice storage. Do really like that. Your central armrest, guys. It's not that big. It is deep. It's not that long. It's a nice square shape. So you should be able to fit a lot of stuff in there. It's really handy. Obviously, nice and leather. So your storage compartment down here, guys. Down here, it's really big. It's really large. This car has been fitted with a CD player as well. Two SD cards as well. Should you want to use them, that's really handy. But overall, it's a nice size. Guys, the upper area down here, so one thing to know, so this model does have the glass panoramic roof. It's really large. I do really like it. So it lets in a lot of natural light in the car, makes the car not look, not appear dark or anything like that. That's really, I do really like it. And now to open it is controlled by these controls down here. Obviously your LED lights controlled down here as well. That's very handy. It also has an SOS button here, should you need assistance in an event that you get lost. That's really handy. I do like this frameless rear view mirror. I do like it. It's nice and chunky. It's frameless, so that really like it. You can see a lot from the back. So because this car's back it doesn't have a sloping roof design, you can see the cars behind you at the rear view very nicely. That's really handy. Right, guys, now one thing that I do love about this car, with these features, so this car also has blind spot assist. So what I mean by that, so there's cameras on the rear mirrors over here. So if there's a car, in a blind spot, there's a light that will indicate on a flash. So that's really helpful in terms of safety. Right, guys, in the back now, as you can see, there's a lot of room here. It's really spacious because it's a really big car, wide car. There's a lot of room in here. I'm 5'9". I have a lot of headroom. So considering this car has a glass panoramic roof, I still have a lot of headroom here. I'm okay. I'm not struggling for space. I'm not cramped or anything like that. A lot of room, for my foot as well. A lot of room as well. This seat is in my normal driving position. As you can see, there's a lot of room. I do really like that. Obviously, so big massive windows here, you know, for families and kids at the back. This should be okay. There's a lot of natural light coming from the glass roof, and down here should be okay. That's really like that. Obviously, you know, the door handles made like chrome. I know that carbon fiber design continues down here, that I do really like. And nice chunky door handles, nice grip, I do really like that. In terms of storage, guys, over here there's big units down here. You know, if you can fit your water bottles and everything. So another thing that I do like about this car, it has these trays here, you know, for your kids, you know, for drinking. So putting their food and everything, that's really handy. Air retain type, I do really like that. That's really handy. So one of the things, so this car also has, you know, these pockets here, you know, for your magazine and tablets for your kids. That's really handy. Do really like that. Now this car is an automatic, so it has this hump here. You know, transmission hub, but so if you sit in the middle, guys, if I just show you quickly, there we go. No, it's okay, you know, I'm okay, it's not bad. So with 3 adults in the back, it should be okay. With two kids at the back, you know, with the car, it should be right as well. So it's okay, so it should be okay. It's a bit hard, but it should be okay, you know, with should be okay with adults. So one other thing, so with Isofix connection, guys, it has 2 Isofix, 1, 2, 3, 4. They're really easy to use. They're not clippers, nice hose, so they're really visible. I do really like them. It's really nice to use. Obviously the seats are really nice, made out of leather, nice and comfy. So you do get an armrest as well, guys, on this car. There we go. So guys, made out of leather, 2 cup holders, so you can just sit here and relax at the back, you know, on the long distances. So really comfy, really nice, do really like it. So one other thing, guys, this car also has so your climate controls at the back, really easy for your passenger. It has 1 USB connection and 1 12-volt socket connection as well. This car at the back for 6 is heated seats. That's really nice. Not all cars get that, but VW Tiguan does provide that. So which is really nice, I do really like that at the end. So overall, what I'm trying to say, guys, it's a really nice car. It's really wide, it's really high, and it's for families with kids. It should be okay. But do let me know, you know, your comments so regarding this car in the space. But overall, this car would be one we want to consider, you know, for families. But guys, what I think of this car, it's a really good car, guys. I do really like it. It has a big boot at the back for families in the back. It's really practical for kids, for the seats and everything. It's really easy to connect, you know, with Isofix connections. However, I do admit the BMW X3 might be a bit more sporty in terms of its looks. But on the other hand, as a plus side for this car, it's really roomy. It's a large SUV. It's easy to drive. It's an automatic. The kit inside, the tech inside, is really modern. It's really easy to use. So if you're looking for a car around those features, you know, with those requirements, this car will be one to consider. So don't forget, guys, to subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, and we'll get more of these cars reviewed and uploaded on YouTube very soon. Thanks for watching.